The return to the only planet known to host life has begun. After 9 days in space, the 4 astronauts aboard the Orion spacecraft are heading home. And they are certainly coming in hot, at astronomical speeds of nearly 25,000 miles per hour. The capsule will slam into Earth's atmosphere, triggering a shockwave that superheats the air around it to around 10,000 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than the surface of the sun. Outside, a sheath of plasma will engulf the spacecraft, a trail of fire across the sky. But inside, the crew will remain at room temperature, protected by Orion's heat shield.
There's so many more pictures, so many more stories, and gosh, I haven't even begun to process what we've been through. We've still got 2 more days, and riding a fireball through the atmosphere is profound as well.
They return not just as a crew, but with a bond forged in deep space, with the capacity to say they are the humans who have travelled the furthest from Earth, breaking the record held by the crew of Apollo 13. NASA's Artemis program has created fascination across the globe, with a recent Reuters poll suggesting it even united Republicans and Democrats in America. As the mission reaches its final stage, it aims to prove that humans can safely return to deep space. Artemis II is only one piece of a bigger and faster space race. China is planning its own moon landing before 2030, while NASA is shifting focus towards establishing a sustained human presence on the lunar surface. By getting there first, the Americans intend to claim dominion over potentially abundant lunar resources.
And liftoff.
It's clear space is no longer just a frontier for exploration, it's a strategic competition and perhaps commercial opportunity. What isn't being discussed so openly is whether it is also about Star Wars and the future of weaponry. Well, as Europe tries to join the space race, people are putting themselves forward to travel to the moon. Earlier, I spoke to one of them, Dr. Rosemary Cogan. She's an astrophysicist and a member of the European Space Agency's astronaut corps, who hopes to be the first British person to walk on the moon. I asked her what she thinks is the biggest thing we can learn from this Artemis mission.
The big lesson really is just the ultimate success. Look what we can do. It's incredible. And I think what I've really found from this mission, this is the furthest that we have ever been from Earth as humanity. We are going back to the moon for the first time in more than 50 years. And just seeing that happen and seeing the excitement it has really brought. Of course, there's a lot of science and technology happening on board, but just that feeling all around it, I think that's something that's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, obviously your ambition is to go to the moon physically. Why do you think it's important to do it 50 years after it's been done?
Well, I would say that it hasn't kind of been done. Of course, we have been to the moon, we have stepped foot on the surface, but that was really just a starting point. We're going back to the moon, and this time we have so many more technological advances to do different types of science. We're going back to stay in the sense of building a lunar base, thinking how that can be done, what kind of materials work best, what science can we do if we're staying on the surface for extended periods of time that we've never done before. So I would say that really Apollo laid an amazing foundation for what we're doing.
What do you think the real benefits or potential benefits are? It's hugely costly, it's environmentally damaging. Why should we do it?
In a very practical, real sense, what we bring back to Earth technology-wise is huge. The benefit is really, depends what you're most interested in. If you want to know where we came from, our history, the exploration side of thing, we're going to get that. And if you want to bring those lessons back to Earth and have all of those technological advances that allow us to use what we have more carefully and better on Earth, then that's what we'll get as well.
And what do you make of the arrival of the Jeff Bezoses and Elon Musks to this world?
Well, Artemis III, launching next year, most likely, is actually going to start to bring in those commercial partners. So the next Artemis launch will be actually, again, the SLS and the Orion and the European Service Module, and looking at how that can rendezvous with a commercial entity. So either SpaceX or Blue Origin, how that's going to work actually for the landing module. We need to go to the moon.
I mean, we've been talking about going to the moon. I mean, Musk talks about going to Mars. Do you think that's really possible?
I think it is possible to go to Mars. It's going to be a much longer journey. We need to think about astronaut health. We have the flywheel exercise device on Artemis that's been very carefully developed for these small spaces. And of course, landing on Mars will be a challenge for various reasons. And so this is all going to teach us more and more about what is possible.
Can you tell me a little bit about, your personal motivations for being an astronaut?
The spark for me has always been there. For me, I don't see this line between the Earth and space. I think it's very much part of who we are. We need to respect it as we explore it, just as we need to respect planet Earth. But I think it's integral to learning more about ourselves, learning more about what we can achieve, what we can learn. To me, it's the most natural thing in the world.
I mean, so far in the history of space exploration, women astronauts have been very much the minority. In your generation, what's the picture now? Is it more equal?
We move in the right direction. The intent is there. It's something that is really pushed now, and it's a message that I think is really important to get out there as well, so that all young people growing up can aspire, no matter their gender, to being whatever they want to be. And so I really hope that message is getting out there.
Dr. Rosemary Coogan, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.